What if I told you that one simple change to your morning routine, something you can do before 8 a.m. in your own kitchen, could potentially postpone the aging of your leg muscles by up to a decade? It's not a new medication or an expensive, exotic supplement. It is a scientifically backed approach to the very first meal of your day, an approach that most people, unfortunately, are overlooking. Welcome to Health Voices. I'm Sarah. That feeling of your legs becoming weaker year after year is one of the greatest fears for anyone over 60. It's a quiet loss of independence. But our expert guest today is here to tell us that this decline is not inevitable. Dr. Morgan, welcome back. That is a bold promise to start with. Can we really turn back the clock on our muscles?
Sarah, thank you for having me. And yes, in a very real sense, we can. The key is to understand what's happening to our bodies overnight. After 7 to 9 hours of sleep, your body is in a fasted, catabolic state. That's a biological term, meaning it has started to break down its own tissue for energy. And which muscles does it turn to first? The largest muscle group in your body, your legs. If you skip breakfast or simply have a coffee, you're telling your body to continue burning your precious leg muscles as fuel. You are literally weakening yourself before your day has even begun. This is the hidden reason so many seniors face a losing battle against sarcopenia or age-related muscle loss. But a simple strategic breakfast can stop this process in its tracks and switch your body back into a rebuilding or anabolic state. The science on this is compelling. A study from Tufts University found that older adults could regain as much as 35% of their leg strength in just 8 weeks, simply by starting their day with the right kind of protein-rich breakfast.
That is a stunning statistic. So the first hour we are awake is a critical window that can either weaken us or strengthen us. You shared a story with me about a patient of yours named David, which I think perfectly illustrates this.
I did. It's a story I share often because it's so relatable. David is 69. He was a construction engineer his whole life, a strong, active man. But recently, he told me that when he got out of bed, his legs felt disconnected, like they didn't belong to him. They were stiff, sometimes heavy like lead, other times numb. His first few steps in the morning were, in his words, like trying to get a rusty machine to start. One morning, he stumbled on a low step on his porch. The fall didn't seriously injure him, but it terrified him. It was the fear of what it represented, a gradual loss of control. His wife noticed it too. He was walking slower, he was less steady, and he needed to use his hands to push himself up from the couch. He was quietly losing his independence.
And David was otherwise healthy? No major underlying conditions?
That's the crucial part. He was perfectly healthy. No diabetes, no severe arthritis. He was simply experiencing what I call the after 60 cliff, where muscle deterioration accelerates quietly but dramatically if left unchecked. After that stumble, David started doing his own research. He spoke with a nutritionist, and we had several long conversations. He made one fundamental change. He stopped skipping breakfast and ended his habit of drinking black coffee on an empty stomach. He began his day with simple, nutrient-dense foods designed to do one thing: stop the morning muscle breakdown and start the rebuilding process immediately.
And what happened?
The first changes were subtle. After about 3 weeks, he noticed it was easier to get out of bed. His first steps felt more confident, lighter. The nighttime leg cramps he'd been suffering from disappeared. Soon he was walking around the block, then to the park. By the second month, he was back to walking over a mile every morning. He told his wife, "I feel like I have my legs back." He didn't use a cane or any special equipment. He simply changed what he ate before 8 a.m.
That is the kind of story that gives real hope. So let's get into the specifics. What were these simple yet powerful breakfast foods that David and our audience can use?
Let's go through 5 of the most effective. The first is perhaps nature's most perfect food for muscle support: whole eggs. There is nothing as simple or as effective. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete protein for muscle repair. But the real magic for aging muscles is in the yolk. The yolk contains vitamin D, B12, and a critical amino acid called leucine. As we've discussed before, leucine is the primary trigger for muscle protein synthesis. A study from the University of Illinois on older adults was very clear. Those who ate 2 whole eggs daily for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in leg strength and overall functional independence. Furthermore, the vitamin B12 in the yolk helps protect the myelin sheath around your nerves. This improves the communication between your brain and your leg muscles, leading to better balance, less wobbling, and a steadier gait.
So it's not just building the muscle, it's improving the control system for that muscle. Should they be cooked a certain way?
For maximum benefit, boiled eggs are optimal as they retain their nutrients without added fats. A simple scramble with some vegetables is also excellent. The key is to eat the whole egg within about an hour of waking to stop that catabolic state and feed your muscles immediately.
That's a great simple start. What is the second breakfast item?
The second is the perfect partner to eggs. It provides the sustained energy your muscles need to use that protein effectively. Oatmeal with chia seeds. Oats contain a soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which is wonderful for heart health, but it also helps stabilize blood sugar levels. Why is that important for muscles? When your blood sugar is stable, your body can efficiently use the protein and minerals from your meal to repair muscle tissue. Wild blood sugar swings create an inflammatory state that hinders this process. Then you add a tablespoon of chia seeds. These tiny seeds are nutritional giants. They are packed with calcium, potassium, and magnesium. This trio of minerals is essential for preventing those painful leg cramps and ensuring proper nerve signaling to your muscles. I often hear from patients about stiffness after walking or standing. The magnesium in chia seeds helps to relax those smooth muscle fibers, while the potassium ensures proper fluid balance within the cells.
So the oatmeal provides the steady fuel, and the chia seeds provide the minerals for proper function. How do you recommend preparing it?
It's very simple. Cook 3 tablespoons of rolled oats with water or an unsweetened nut milk. Once tender, stir in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. For natural sweetness and an antioxidant boost, you can add a few slices of banana or some blueberries. It's a foundational breakfast that supports seniors in maintaining balance, reducing leg discomfort, and improving their endurance throughout the day.
Now, you just mentioned bananas, and that's actually number 3 on your list, but you have an important warning that comes with it.
I do. A banana can be nature's electrolyte pill, but it must be used intelligently. It's a fantastic source of potassium, which, as we know, is critical for preventing cramps and maintaining the electrical charge across muscle cells. A study from Harvard University even found that regular banana consumption was linked to a 33% lower incidence of leg cramps in older adults. However, and this is a crucial however, bananas are also high in sugar. For anyone managing type 2 diabetes or carefully watching their blood sugar, eating a large, ripe banana on an empty stomach can cause a problematic glucose spike.
So what is the smart way to incorporate a banana?
The key is pairing and timing. Never eat a banana on its own on an empty stomach. The best time is after your main protein-rich breakfast, like after you've had your eggs. Or Slice it into your oatmeal with chia seeds. The protein, fat, and fiber from the other foods will buffer the sugar absorption, giving you the benefits of the potassium without the blood sugar spike. And for most seniors, one small, perhaps even slightly green banana is plenty.
That's a very important distinction. Let's move on to number 4.
Number 4 is an incredible protein source that works a bit differently. It's Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is exceptional because it contains a high concentration of casein protein. Whey protein, which we've discussed before, is fast-acting. Casein, on the other hand, is slow digesting. It releases amino acids into your system gradually over several hours. This makes it a perfect morning food to prevent that mid-morning muscle breakdown and keep you feeling full and strong until lunch. A study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands was quite revealing. They found that older adults who consumed casein protein in the morning showed significant improvements in leg strength in just 6 weeks. Furthermore, Greek yogurt is rich in calcium for bone health and probiotics, which support a healthy gut, allowing you to absorb all your nutrients more effectively.
What should people look for when buying Greek yogurt? The yogurt aisle can be very confusing.
You are right. It's essential to avoid the trap of flavored, sugar-laden yogurts. Always choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Read the label. If sugar is one of the first few ingredients, put it back. You can add your own natural sweetness with a few fresh berries or a sprinkle of cinnamon. For those with lactose issues, there are now excellent lactose-free Greek yogurt options available.
That's great advice. And for the 5th and final food, you recommend something that people might not typically think of for breakfast.
That's true, but perhaps they should. Number 5 is salmon or other fatty fish. Incorporating a small portion of fatty fish into your breakfast just once or twice a week can be transformative. The reason is their high content of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These are nature's most powerful anti-inflammatories. They directly combat the chronic inflammation that degrades muscle and joint tissue. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition is very compelling. It showed that adults over 65 who consumed fatty fish twice a week maintained 27% more leg muscle mass over time compared to those who didn't. That same group had better walking ability and a staggering 36% reduction in their risk of falling.
A 36% reduction in fall risk is life-changing. But fish for breakfast can seem intimidating. What's a simple way to prepare it?
It doesn't have to be complicated. A small 3-ounce fillet of salmon can be pan-seared in olive oil in just a few minutes. You can have it alongside a boiled egg and some avocado slices. Or even simpler, use some high-quality, unsweetened smoked salmon. The key is to get those omega-3s into your system. They are like a natural lubricant for your body, keeping your muscles supple and ready for recovery.
This list is fantastic, Doctor. But in the original text you shared with me, there was also a concealed dish, a special tip. Can you share that with us?
I can. It's a pre-breakfast I recommend to many patients to stabilize their system the moment they wake up. It is simply a few slices of steamed sweet potato with a tiny pinch of Celtic sea salt. Here's why it works. After sleeping, your muscle glycogen is depleted and your electrolytes are low. The complex carbohydrates in the sweet potato replenish that muscle energy steadily without spiking blood sugar. And the Celtic sea salt, which is unprocessed, contains over 80 trace minerals, including potassium and magnesium, in a natural ratio. This combination quickly restores electrolyte balance, preventing cramps and improving nerve-to-muscle communication. It's a way of waking up your body's internal systems gently and effectively before your main meal.
So that sets the stage for the main breakfast to be even more effective. Now, beyond food, the original text also mentioned 5 morning habits to support leg strength. Can we quickly go through those?
Absolutely. Nutrition is the foundation, but these habits build the house. First, upon waking, drink a large glass of warm water, perhaps with that tiny pinch of mineral salt. It rehydrates your body and restores electrolytes immediately. Second, do a simple 3-minute balance exercise. Stand near a counter for support and lift one foot just an inch or two off the ground. Hold for 10 seconds. Switch legs. Do this 5 times on each side. It wakes up the stabilizing muscles in your hips and ankles. Third, rise from bed slowly. Never jump straight up. Sit on the edge of the bed for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Rotate your ankles. This prevents the head rush and instability that can lead to morning falls. Fourth, get 5 minutes of morning sunlight if you can. Stand by a window or on a balcony. This helps regulate your circadian rhythm and supports your body's natural vitamin D production, which is crucial for bone and muscle health. And fifth, never endure prolonged hunger in the morning. If you're not ready for a full meal, have that small portion of sweet potato or boiled egg. This immediately stops the catabolic state and protects your muscles.
Food and habits working together. It's a complete plan for a stronger morning and a stronger life. Dr. Morgan, this has been incredibly thorough and empowering.
The goal, Sarah, is to help people realize that they are the primary architects of their own health. Sarcopenia feels like something that happens to you, but these daily choices are how you happen back. You are in command of your body, not the other way around. Every morning presents a choice. Will you let your strength be dictated by age, or will you purposefully fuel your independence? The power in those small decisions is immeasurable.
A powerful and perfect note to end on. To our Health Voices community, what is one small change you plan to make to your morning routine after hearing this? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your journey could inspire someone else. If you found this video valuable, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone you love. Thank you for being here, Dr. Morgan.
My pleasure, Sarah. And a final important reminder, always consult with your personal physician before making significant changes to your diet or starting a new exercise routine. Your health journey is unique. Be well